Good afternoon, Bianca. Today we're going to revisit some of your persuasive writing that you've been working on. So, Ms. Gentry, let me see some of your work that you've been doing, and I read it. So first, I want to highlight some of the things that I noticed. In the beginning, I can clearly see that your argument was that kids should be allowed to play valid video games. Is that correct? Yes. And then I can see that after you said that, you gave a specific example as to why you think that, which is an amazing job. However, when I was reading it, I noticed that you did an awesome job when you were talking about when we write persuasively, we want to also think about what the other side of the argument is, like what other people could say or what they can do to attack our argument. And I noticed that you did that. So you wrote that some people think it's bad for children to play video games, and then you gave another reason, which is truly, truly an amazing thing. Some of my students in middle school don't even do that yet. So the fact that you're doing that in the fourth grade, going into fifth grade is pretty freaking awesome. So here I wrote, I can see where you're going here, but I thought about a way that we can make this sentence stronger. Do you want to see what I thought?
Yes.
Okay. So here I have 3 sentence starters, and I want you to choose which one you would like to work with. So I'll read them so you can say on the other hand, which means on the opposite side, someone may think it's bad for children to play video games, or in contrast, which means it's another way of saying on the opposite side or another opinion. And then there's also many would argue that. So that's the same thing as saying some people think, but you're saying that they would argue that that's the way to say it. Those 3 sentence starters make sense?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So which one would you like to use?
On the other hand.
On the other hand. So now that we have on the other hand, look back at your sentence and tell me what you think you might need to include. Sure. So I want you to, so we have on the other hand, so what do you think you need to put at the end of your sentence to make it, what do you think you need to include from your original paper to make this sentence make sense?
On the other hand, some people think it's bad for children because violent games have blood, shooting, and everything.
Okay. So do you want to, let's include that here. All right. So write it on the lines that I have. So you want to write on the other hand, and then exactly what you just said. All right. So you said on the other hand, you said some people look back at me. E. Okay. So now read the sentence. Read it aloud.
On the other hand, some people think that it's bad for children because it has blood and shooting.
Okay, so now I want you to read it aloud with the changes that you made. So you're going to read this sentence, and instead of reading this, you're going to read the sentence we have here, okay?
Okay. I think kids should play violent games because kids want to be themselves, and once they are at the fun app, they can feel like learning. On the other hand, some people think it's bad for children because it has blood and shooting.
So do you think that we need to change this but sentence, or can we leave it?
Leave it.
Okay, so now I want you to read the entire thing and then tell me what you think.
I think kids should play violent games because kids want to let the fun, because once the kids let the fun out, some people think it's bad for children. I mean, on the other hand, some people think it's bad for children because it has blood and shooting. But I think it can help them learn even more.
So what do we think of that?
Good.
You like it so far? Do you think we still have more work to do? Do you think we're done? Finish with the entire thing?
Yeah.
So if I was a person that believed that kids shouldn't play should not play violent video games, do you think you've convinced me to let my child play a violent video game if I was a parent and I said my son can't play violent video games?
Yes.
You think you fully convinced me? Do you think we have more work to do?
Thanks.
Okay, so we can add some more examples, but we can work on that at another time. But this is what I specifically wanted us to focus on today, is to make sure that we are using the correct transition words to introduce our counter arguments. What the other people might say to make our argument stronger. Does that make sense? All right, so now we're going to cut out this and we're going to add it to our frames, our original paragraph on the bottom. So that's us revising. So we want to see our paper again over and over to make sure we're doing the best job to get it to where we want to be, so we can convince me, who might say my child can't play violent video games. Make sense?